Good evening, grade 12 learners Zemakaya. Sanbonan nonke Bugayo. Welcome once again to our History Wednesday program. Remember that we made a promise that every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. we have a History Wednesday program where we are discussing all grade 12 history topics. Remember that there is a section for Q's in A. There is a register there that you need to complete. Make sure that you complete that register in the Q&A. And also use that section for Q&A for clarity seeking question. We will make sure that we will attend all your question. As promised that every Wednesday we have a History Wednesday program to discuss grade 12 topics. Okay, in our today's session, we will be discussing topic which is called Vietnam War, which is question 4 in our paper 1. Remember that in our first session, we gave you an exam guideline for grade 12 paper 1. We said that in a history question paper, there is a section A which consists of source-based question, and there is section B which consists of essay writing question. Okay, last week we did question 3, which was the source-based question, civil rights movement, and today we are focusing on section B, essay writing question, right? And we are focusing on question 4, which is the Vietnam War essay. So the approach that we are going to use in this topic, we will be teaching you how to write an essay while we are also giving you the content of the Vietnam War, right? Now, when you are writing an essay, Bantabam, it is very important that in an history essay, you have something which is called an essay structure. You have something which is called an essay structure. Essay structure, it helps you to understand before ubhale essay yakho how many paragraphs are you going to write. So every time mawuzoqala i-essay yakho, make sure that you have something which is called an essay structure. This thing will help you to always remember ukuthi how many paragraphs you are expected to write in your essay. For an example, in an essay of the Vietnam, you will need to have an introduction. After an introduction, the following paragraph, you will need to have a background. Then you will go with the strategies that were used by United States of America. The first strategy, number 4, Operation Rolling Thunder, Third Offensive. Number 7, Guerrilla Warfare, Operation Rolling Red Hand as number 8, Search and Destroy Policy number 9, My Name is Saka number 10, Role of Media in number 11, US Withdrawal in number 12, and the last paragraph will be the conclusion. When you have started with this essay structure, you already know that you are expected to write 13 paragraphs in your essay. Now, usuyabona ukuthi ubhalile. And then when you count the paragraphs, they are 10. It's easy for you to remember which Mina, I am expected to write 13 paragraphs, which means that they are paragraphs that I've left behind. Usuyakwazi ukubuyela uyocheck ukuthi which paragraph you have left behind in your essay. I hope I'm making sense, Bantabam. Let's start looking the first aspect, which is introduction. Let's look at introduction. Remember, grade 12 learners, it is important to note that in grade 12, candidates are expected to write an argumentative essay. These are not just an essay that you write in other subjects. In history for grade 12, we write an argumentative essay, which means in your essay, you must argue throughout. I hope I'm clear, Bantabam. And also to note, in an history essay, you do not use personal pronouns. You do not use personal pronouns. I. Don't use I. We don't use my. We don't use we. You don't use personal pronouns. Okay, we are looking at the first paragraph, which is introduction. When you are writing a history introduction, there are 3 steps that you need to follow. 3 steps. Step number 1, take a stance. Or in other words, take a position. Take a position, Bantabam. You take a stance or you take a position. Step number 2, support your stance. In other words, you give us a reason. Give us a reason. Give us a reason why you chose to take that particular position. You are actually giving us a reason as to, I took this reason because of this, this, and this. So it is whereby you are giving us a reason why you chose to take this stance. Then the last step must have a direction. Give us a direction to your essay. Now this tells you that, remember, history essays are written in paragraph formats. No points form. Once you write your essay in point form, you are already out. Your essay must be in a paragraph format. So the paragraph, which is the introduction, it tells you now with these 3 steps that you must have 3 different sentences. Remember, what is the paragraph? Paragraph is a combination of different sentences. That is the sentence number 1 in your introduction, sentence number 2 of your introduction, and sentence number 3 in your introduction. We will give you an example with makuthatha stance or stance in the following slide, Bantabam. Okay, here are examples of essay questions on our fatal history. You might be asked, do you agree? When they say, do you agree? They are giving you 2 choices. Either you agree or you disagree. Now, when they say take a stance, you are taking a stance whether you agree or you disagree. And if you chose to agree, you must present your argument why you are saying agree throughout your essay. And if you are saying you disagree, you must present your argument throughout your essay as to why when you chose to disagree. You will have a question of do you agree? Are we clear? Then number 2, you will have a question of to what extent. When they say to what extent, they are actually asking you about the magnitude of the impact of whatever it is being the statement that is saying. To what extent? Kangakanani. They are looking at the magnitude of the impact. To what extent? Kangakanani. I hope I'm clear, Bantabam. Now, also, the last question will be critically discuss. In this one, they want the learner to be able to critically discuss a particular statement. Now, when you go about taking a stance, remember we said step number 1, you take a stance. In this essay of do you agree, they will give you a statement and ask you, do you agree with the above statement? Yours is to take a side, whether you agree or you disagree. And when you agree, this is how you agree. One would agree with the statement that says you are agreeing to a statement that they gave you. And if when awuvumelani in a statement, which means you do not agree, one will not agree. We say we do not use personal pronouns, meaning you do not say I agree. It is wrong when you say I agree. In an history say we do not use personal pronouns. So that is why sitting one would agree with the statement that says statement. Or if you disagree, one would not agree with the statement that says. Then let's go to this one. If the essay question was going to say to what extent? To what extent? Are we clear? If wena uyavumelana nakho lokho abakushoyo istatement ukuthi kwenzeka ngempela as an historical evidence, you will say to a greater extent. Then you bring back your statement as a contextualization. Or if you are in agreement, if you are disagreeing with the statement, you will say to a lesser extent. Then you contextualize, you bring back your statement. In a critically discuss, if you are agreeing with what is being said, because you are critically discussing the statement that they will have given you, you will use these words when you start. You will say indeed and bring back the statement. Surely, that shows that you are in support of the statement. Indeed, then you contextualize, bring back the statement. Or surely, or one would affirm, or it is without doubt. That these are words that are showing you that you are in support of a statement that you are critically discussing. If you are against that statement that you are critically discussing, one will dispute statements as a contextualization, or one will argue against the statements. Are we clear, Bandabam? Now, step number 2, you are giving us a reason why you agreed, why you said to a greater or to a lesser extent. You start by saying this is because you are giving us a reason, or simply because you are giving us a reason. Then the last paragraph of the introduction, we said it is giving a direction. Mention the topics to be covered in your essay. Mention the topics to be covered in your essay. Bandabam. Okay. Here we've given you the examples of the Vietnam War introduction. Okay. Remember that Vietnam War is about United States of America strategies that they used against Vietnam in trying to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state. And this is for you to note, all the strategies that were used by United States of America, remember, Bandabam, all the strategies that were used by United States of America against Vietnam, they failed. All of their strategies became a failure in preventing the spread of communism. Where? In Vietnam. Okay, now here's the statement. Remember that I've already told you that all the USA strategies failed. And here's the statement. The military tactics and strategies used by United States against Viet Cong during the Vietnam War of 1960 to 1970s failed to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Remember, I said to you, all the strategies that were used by USA failed. And the statement, it's saying the tactics and strategies used by United States against the Viet Cong during Vietnam War failed to do what? Failed to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Here's now a question. Remember, we said we have a question of do you agree? Do you agree with this statement? Already in your mind, you know that all the strategies used by USA became a failure. So the statement says the strategies failed to stop Vietnam. So basically, this statement is telling you that the strategies failed, of which it is correct. So a learner need to agree with this statement because it confirming that indeed the military strategies of USA failed against Vietnam. So Mrs. Kalari, we said, remember, when you start your introduction, you take a stand to say either you agree or you disagree, but you do not use personal pronouns. One would agree. The one that is highlighted in green, it is the first, which is called taking a stance. It is the first step. One would agree. Now, you are agreeing to what? You are agreeing with the statement. Which state is what? One would agree that you bring back the statement that the military tactics and strategies used by the United States against the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War failed to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Meaning when you are in agreement with this statement. So you have taken a position, which means throughout your essay, you must maintain this argument to say you agree with the statement. This is now a reason, the one that is highlighted in purple. This is now a reason. Remember, we said step number 2, give us a reason why you took that stance or why you take the stance. Simply because Or you can say this is because all the United strategies failed to serve their purpose in containing the spread of communism where in USA. This is why you are saying the military tactics strategies became a failure, because all these strategies failed to serve their own purpose of containing the spread of communism. Are we clear? Now the last part, it is a direction where you are mentioning topics that you will cover, because we are talking about Vietnam War, which deals with what? Which deals with the strategies. Now you will say the US strategies that failed to contain the spread of communism in Vietnam included, you name few of them. You do not name all the strategies. You name few of the strategies. You remember the strategies in the ESA structure. You will say the safe village system, Operation Rolling Thunder, and search and destroy. These are names of the strategies that were used by USA, which became a failure. Are we clear, Bantabam? This is how you write an introduction of "Do you agree" statement. Okay, let's move to the next one. This is an example of "to what extent." Remember, we said there is also a question which is called "to what extent." They are looking at the magnitude of an impact. Explain to what extent the United States of America was successful in containing the spread of communism in Vietnam in the period of 1950s to 1975. Explain to what extent. Now, let's look at the statement. Since starting from here, the United States of America was successful in containing the spread of... You know by head already right now that this statement is false, because these strategies that were deployed by USA were not successful. So this statement is not true. And I said to you, when the statement is not true, you say to a lesser extent. But if the statement is true, you say to a greater extent. Now already you know this strategy is what? Is false, because it's saying United States of America was successful, of which is not true, because it was not successful. Now, it's in the question. It's to what extent. I said to what extent is looking at the magnitude of the impacts. Engabe yaba successful kangakanani? Hayi ayibanga successful kaningi. Yaba njani successful but kanjani kancane, to a lesser extent. Now we said when you start by taking a stance, either to a greater extent or to a lesser extent. Now we start by the first step, which is taking a position to a lesser extent. Then you bring back the statement. The United States of America was successful in containing the spread of communism in Vietnam in the period of 1950s to 1970s. Why you said to a lesser extent? Because the statement is not true. Are we clear, Bandabam? Then you go to the second step, which is giving us a reason. The reason is you use the same method as to do you agree statement when you're giving us a reason. Simply because, this is because all the strategies used by USA failed to stop Vietnam from uniting under communism. Are we clear? The failed strategies included, you said when you mention here, you are mentioning the topics, but in this case of a Vietnam War, you mention the name of the strategies, but you do not need to mention all of them, because maningi kakulu, just mention few of them, just 3 or 4 of them, then you are covered. Are we clear, Bandabam? Okay. Now let's go to an example 3 of critically discuss, which is the last question. You are critically discussing this statement. Now here's the statement. All the military might of the United States of America's army could not defeat a small nation of Vietnam. All the military might of the United States. Let's just try and focus on the statement. All the military might of the United States of American army could not defeat a small nation, of which is true, because the American strategies They failed. That proves that the mighty of the United States of American Army were not able to defeat a small nation of Vietnamese peasants because their strategies were not successful, because all their strategies failed. As a result, they were unable to defeat a small nation, which means this statement is true that you are critically discussing. And I gave you the weights. Remember, I said when you are dealing with critically discussing, when you are in agreement with that statement, these are weights that you use. Indeed, surely one will affirm it is without doubts. Are we clear? But when you are in agreement with the statement, if the statement is false, one will dispute. One will argue against. Are we clear? Let's go back now to this question here. So critically discuss this statement. You are critically discussing this statement, of which when Utemos analyze, wabona ukuthi statement sinjani, it is true. Kushuthi wena unjani uyavumelana naso. And remember the word that I said to use in the critically discuss. It is without doubt that all, then you are contextualizing. You are bringing back your statement. Or you could have said that, or you could have used any of these words, any of these words. I hope you clear, Bantabam. Then when you go to step number 2, you apply the similar approaches to why you are saying when you are in agreement with the statement. This is because, or simply because, the US in their attempts to contain communism in Vietnam implemented different strategies which were not successful against Viet Cong strategies. Because the reason they failed to defeat Vietnamese, because their strategies were not able to defeat Viet Cong. Are we clear? Now, the last step, which is highlighted in red, strategies such as Operation Rolling Tandem, search and destroy. I said there is no need for you to mention all these strategies. I hope I'm clear, Bandabam. These are 3 questions that you find in history. Do you agree? To what extent? Critically discuss. I hope I'm clear, Bandabam. Now, let's move now. We are moving with what? Remember that we said we are moving with our essay structure. Usuyibhalile introduction, usuyathika. We now go to a background. In the background of Vietnam War essay, these are things that you need to highlight. You need to highlight about the Indochina colonization, where it was colonized by France and Japan. Remember that in Vietnam, at first, it was in an area which is called Indochina. Why Indochina? Indochina because that area was next to India and it was next to China. In terms of culture and religion, it was influenced by India and China. As a result, it was called Indochina. And before the World War II, Indochina area was under the colony of France. It was colonized by what? It was colonized by France. But during the period of the World War II, in 1940, Japan invaded in Indochina and colonized it. When Japan invaded, France left. Which means Indochina yasala colonized obani. Go 1940, it was colonized by Japan. Are we clear, Bantabam? When it was colonized by Japan, then there is a secret guerrilla organization that grew, which were led by a person who was known as Ho Chi Minh, to fight against the invasion that was invaded by Japan. And then this group of secret guerrillas, they were backed by what? They were backed by China and Russia. As a result, Ho Chi Minh Trail and their organization, they were successful in defeating Japan when? In 1946. In 1946. Hence, Japan left Indochina. When they left, France came back again in 1946 to colonize Indochina. When France returned, already Indochina has made relations with Russia, Nanam, China. And France returned in 1946. France realized that they are now fighting a losing battle because this country now, or this Indochina area, is being backed by superpower countries, Russia and what? And China. Hence, they were able again Ho Chi Minh Trail in 1954 to defeat France. When they defeated France left in Indochina, which gave independence of the Vietnam, which gave independence of Vietnam. Now, in Vietnam, by 1954, it was no longer colonized. It was no longer colonized. Are we clear, Bantabam? Hence, there was a Geneva Conference. There was a Geneva Conference of 1954. Now, the conference came into a resolution which was called the Geneva Accord. Geneva Accord. Why it was called Geneva Accords? Because the accord, what is an accord? Let's start there, but accord is an agreement between two or more countries. Accord is an agreement between two or more countries. In this conference, Geneva Conference, there is an agreement that was taken. And that agreement was known as Geneva Accord. That in Vietnam, they will temporarily divide it into two nations, North Vietnamese, which was led by Ho Chi Minh, Ho Chi Minh, the one who fought for the independence of what? Of Indochina, and the South Vietnamese, which was a capitalist state, Bantabam, it is important for you to note that if Vietnam is an extension of the Cold War. Remember, in the Cold War, there was what? There was USA with an ideology of capitalism, USSR with an ideology of what? Communism. They then wanted to spread their ideas around the world. Okushuthi lama ideas abo ahamba zafika eVietnam. Okusho ukuthi Russia wanted ukuthi Vietnam must follow the ideology of communism. While USA believed ukuthi no, Vietnam kunga right follow ideology capitalist. Hence, there was this disagreement Vietnam. Hence, this agreement, they agreed to temporarily divide Vietnam into two. North Vietnam, ehamba ne communist, and then South Vietnam, ehamba ne capitalist. And the South Vietnamese was led by Ngo Dinh Diem. Are we clear? And then, a resolution of this was that after 2 years, in 1956, they are going to be elections which are going to unite in Vietnam. They are going to unite in Vietnam. However, in USA, okay, now remember what's in Vietnam. Already, Russia is involved. How is Russia involved? It's involved because it has already helped Ho Chi Minh in fighting France and German colony. Right? Now, sekungena USA. Buka ukuthi USA is ifike eVietnam ifika kanjani? Ifika because of what? Because of domino theory. What is domino theory? In domino theory, it was a USA belief that if one country will fall into a communist state, all other nearby countries will also fall to be a communist state. I will give you a picture as to domino theory. And also the policy of containment. They also made a policy of containment, which was a policy to stop the spread of communism. Remember, we said in the Cold War, we have here in USSR, in Russia, trying to spread their ideology. Ideology. And USA ayikufuni lokho, iyayivala. And ivala ngani? Nge policy of containment. They wanted to contain communism in Russia. That is why USA was involved in Vietnam to stop the spread of communism. Are we clear, Bantabam? Now, when the time for election came, Ngo Dinh Diem, together with USA, they refused to go elections that will do what? That will unite or that will unite in Vietnam that has been temporarily divided. Kungakusabi not Vietnam, is South Vietnam. Wanaba, because they realized ukuthi if kungathiwa kuba khona these general elections or democratic elections, Ho Chi Minh engawina these elections, and then uma iwina kusho ukuthi Vietnam will be united under a communist states. Are we clear, bantu bami? So uma inqaba ke unqaba ukephi nendawo? He's in the South Vietnam. Uma inqaba, remember that he was not a popular leader. He was a corrupt leader. Now, abantu base South Vietnamese, they were angry towards their leader. As a nqaba, ukunqaba kwakhe resulted in the formation of a group known as the Viet Cong, National Liberation Front, the Viet Cong. Njengoba enqaba ama-elections, he is corrupt. He does not have the capabilities of being a good leader. Hence, abantu ba South Vietnamese, they were angry towards him. They were not happy. As enqaba ama-elections, developed a new group which was called the Viet Cong to fight against the corrupt government. Kango Dindem. Now, these strategies USA are strategies that they used to fight against the Viet Cong. Who are the Viet Cong, Bantabam? The Viet Congs are people who lived in South Vietnam, but who were angry towards the corrupt government of Ngo Dinh Diem. Hence, USA intervene with these strategies to fight against the Viet Cong. This is an information that you need to add in your background. Your background should be one paragraph. Should be just a simple and straightforward paragraph. Remember, we said we do not use point. In point form, but because this is an essay, you make these points, you combine them into a single paragraph. Okay, this is a map of Vietnam when it was divided. They divided into two. Kwathiwa ngenhla in North Vietnam, in a population eningi abantu, about 24,603,000, and then ngala ngezansi is South Vietnamese. And Hanoi was the capital city of the North Vietnam, and Saigon was the capital city of the South Vietnamese. In Geneva Accord, we temporarily divide them. Then after 2 years, we have general elections where we will unite. Like so we vote on a voter Ho Chi Minh Trail, Noma Ubanam, them, but they refuse, which resulted to la in the South go form a group as no government or corrupt ebizongani ngama Viet Cong. And the America is offering strategies yokulwa nani nale group yase South elusa in corrupt government. Are we clear, Bantabam? Okay. Now remember, we said USA was involved because of domino theory. Because of domino theory, we said, what is the domino theory? Domino theory, it was a belief by the USA that if one country was to fall for a communist or a communism, all other nearby countries will be what? Will also join to be a communist state. For an example, Nazi Vietnam. These things are placed next to each other. They are neighboring countries. It's Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Burma, India, and Bangladesh. If Vietnam was to be a communist country, it will make all these countries away, which means they are becoming a communist country. Hence, the USA on the other side must prevent the spread of communism. Communism and as a prevent prevention a policy of containment. It is called a policy of containment. It is called the policy of containment. I hope I'm clear, Bantabam. This is an image of the domino theory into practice. If this country of Vietnam can be a communist country, into a communist country. Hence, USA must prevent this thing. Must prevent the thing. It is called the policy of containment, Bantabam. Now, let us go to these strategies here now. Okay, in an history essay, There is a method because we are writing an argumentative essay where you need to argue throughout. We follow a method which is called a Peel method approach. Let's look at how are we going to apply it in our essay. This is the point. The first aim is for the explanation. Second aim is for evidence. L is for link. Are we clear, Mandabam? Now, good a point. First sentence of your paragraph should be a point. First sentence of your paragraph should be a point. In this case, we are talking about the strategies that were used by EUSA. We are talking about the strategies that were used by EUSA. Now, let's talk about the first strategy, which is safe village system. Or should man talk paragraph first safe village system. Our point could be the safe village system as the first sentence of your paragraph. Now, explanation. You are explaining the strategy. Basically, you are talking about the aim of the strategy. The aim of what was it? Safe village system. Then you go about the evidence. Evidence to support your argument. Here is what historical evidence. Historical evidence. A content content in this step or win evidence. Better study with your evidence. Content at the end, you write a link. Put one will link at the end of each paragraph. At the end of each paragraph, you must include a linking sentence that links a specific information back to the argument statement that you made in the introduction. Lokho kubizwa ngani nge-line of argument. You will see my son's example. We will do the example of this, Bantabam. Then when you start the line of argument, Bantabam, it is important that you start with these words. For the fact that having by, are we clear? But you will see when we do an example of Peel method application. Now, when you are starting a new paragraph, these are keywords that you need to use. Furthermore, in addition, moreover, to add, whenever you start a new paragraph in history, remember that we said our essay are in paragraph formats. You start by saying, furthermore, in addition, moreover. But this will make sense when we are doing an example, Bandabam. Now, let's go to the strategies that were used by EUSA in trying to fight Vietnam. I said, class, this essay is about the USA strategies that they use to fight in the group Air Force Maker in the South Vietnam to fight the corrupt government of Viet Cong. Now, let's start with the first one. The first one is safe village system. Is safe village system or the strategic hamlets program. Safe village system. Now, in order for you, remember that we are saying now, we are training you how to attack this Vietnam essay. We are using an approach. Ebizwa ngani ngo NPR. NPR. Now, we are using an approach which is called NPR. Isebenza kanjani the approach le? In your paragraph, you must consider all these things. N for stand for what? The name of the strategy. P stand for what? The purpose of the strategy. R stand for what? The reasons for the failure. Remember we said all these strategies became a failure. Now, it didn't just fail without a reason. There is a reason behind its failure. Now, which means your paragraph should consider all these three things. Name of the strategy, the purpose as to why the strategy suffered, and the reasons why it's failed. Or the counter, we call it some reasons, the countermeasures that were used by Viet Cong. Remember that they employing this strategy against Viet Cong. Yes, that's something in USA, and in Viet Cong, yes, that's something to make the strategy become a failure. Are we clear, Mandabam? Okay, the first strategy was called the safe village system. the first strategy that was used by USA to fight against the Viet Cong was what? Was the safe village system. Now, what was the purpose of this strategy? To separate the peasants from the Viet Cong by moving the peasants to special protected safe villages. Now, in the South Vietnam, now, ngithe government wakhona was corrupt. As he was corrupt, people were angry. As people were angry, they formulated a group which was called Ama Viet Cong to fight against this corrupt government. Are we clear? Now, as low government, as lama guerrillas lawa evuleka or ebakhona, okusho ukuthini lokho, they were attacking in government which was corrupt. And USA intervened to help this corrupt government against the Viet Cong. Are we clear, Bantabam? Against the Viet Cong. Now, we are saying that the purpose of this strategy was to separate the peasants, was to separate the Viet Cong from the peasants, so that Ama Viet Cong are not going to be able to do what? To continue spreading in communism in the peasants. Are we clear? They wanted to keep the peasants away from the Viet Cong influence. Why? Because Ama Viet Cong was influencing them with what? With communism. Okusho ukuthi kuthathwa abantu la abanomali bayabasusa from abantu ababizwa ngeViet Cong. Bewabeka endaweni yobodwa ukuze bezokwazi ukudila nalabantu ababiza ngamahlongandlebe. Kusho ukuthi kahle kahle labantu laba babethathwa as ama rebels against the government. So USA wanted ukuthi ama peasants, normal people, to be separated against ama rebels ayibizwa ngani ngeViet Cong. Ingese yakwazi ukudila nabo. Yes, they indeed took the peasants and placed them in those safe villages that they made, of which they were protected by US soldiers. Are we clear, Bantabam? Let's look at the reason for its failure. Why the strategy failed? The strategy failed because the peasants that were being removed, normal people, were forcibly removed from their homes, and it was against their religion. Now, these people, they believe in ancestors. Are we clear, Bantabam? They didn't like ukuthi bathathwa emakhaya abo bayobekwa in the safe villages whereby they were being protected by US soldiers, because bona as religious people, they believe ukuthi lezi zindlu zabo abahleli kuzona, their homes, they were protected by their ancestors. Now you are moving me where I am protected by my ancestor, uyongibeka in your own village where uzongigada khona. Why would you think uzongigada kangcono than our ancestors? Because these people were traditional people. It was against their religion. Hence, they were angry being removed. They were angry against who? Not the Viet Cong, but they were angry against the United States of America for removing them. Are we clear, Bantabam? Also, the safe village, in the safe villages, the Viet Cong were able to enter. The safe villages were infiltrated by the Viet Cong. Why ama Viet Cong, this group of ama rebel, bakwazi ukuthi nabo bangene kulama safe villages lawo? It because ama Viet Cong were just also normal peasants who got angry because of the corrupt government. As they got angry, they decided to form an organization or a group which was called Viet Cong. So when you look at them, there was no difference to say lo uyi Viet Cong, lo agaloni Viet Cong, because they were all the same. Just imagine you are going to China. In China, you hear that there is a group called Viet Cong. You don't know that person who's a Viet Cong. When you look at them, you see all Chinese people are the same. Now, as well as the peasants in Vietnam, they were all looking the same. As they were looking the same, now within them, and USA was not able to determine how between this group of people, which one is a Viet Cong, which one is not a Viet Cong. They ended up taking also people who were members of Viet Cong into the safe villages. Remember, the aim was to separate abantu abama Viet Cong from the normal peasants. But they don't know actually who is what, who is a Viet Cong and who is not a Viet Cong. They ended up taking abantu abayini abama Viet Cong to enter the safe villages system, of which purpose yabo became a failure, because now they were not able to identify who was a Viet Cong and who was not a Viet Cong. Are we clear, Bantabam? And then the peasants in the safe villages worked with the Viet Cong. Why they worked with the Viet Cong? Because our peasants, they were not happy for being removed in their homes. But that's why now, by obeying safe villages, abaseko happy. But because abeko happy, but that's why nani genkan. As beneko happy. Now the peasants, they chose to work with the Viet Cong because the Viet Cong, they promised them what? To take them back to their homes after they've won the war. Hence, the peasants in the safe villages, they worked with the Viet Cong that were able to be taken to get them to the safe villages system. Are we clear, Mandabam? The name of the strategy was safe village system. The purpose was to separate the peasant from the rebels, which were called the Viet Cong. But they failed because they didn't know which one was a Viet Cong, which one was not a Viet Cong. They ended up taking even people who are Viet Cong to the safe village system. Also, the strategy failed because the peasants were being moved forcefully in their homes, which was against their religion. Are we clear, Bandabam? Let's look at now a paragraph. Let's say you were writing a paragraph of the first village system. Remember, we said we are using a Peel method. So if we're using a Peel method, this one will be a P in green, and this one will be the first T, which is explanation of the point, and then the one in red will be the second E, which is called evidence. This one is evidence, this one is explanation, this one is a point, and this one will be a link. Okay? Now, when you start, remember that you are responding, okay, you are responding to this question, Mandabam. You are responding to this question of, do you agree? The military tactics and strategies used by United States of America against Viet Cong, during the Vietnam War failed to stop off, which is true. You said when the stance that you took or the agreement that you took was that you agree with the statement that the tactics became a failure in doing what? They became a failure in stopping Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Okay, here's this example here now. You are responding to that question. One of the first failed U.S. strategy, that failed to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state was what? Was the safe village system. Name of the village. Was the first one was the safe village. The first strategy. Are we clear? This is the point. We said in the case of Vietnam, you are talking about the name of the strategies. But you don't just say it's a safe village. You need to say one of the first failed U.S. strategy that failed to stop the Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Now, you are bringing back your argument in an introduction, was the safe village system. You're explaining now. We said when you are explaining, you give us what? The aim of the strategy. This strategy included the forceful removal of the peasants to the safe villages in order to isolate them from the influence of the communism. Now give us evidence as to reason why it failed. Reason why it failed. Are we clear, Bandabam? Now, safe villages was ineffective because the peasants believe on ancestral worship. Hence, being forcefully removed on the safe villages angered them. You remember in the previous slide, angered them. Are we clear? In the safe villages, Peasants were not given freedom to move freely because these villages, they were protected by the US soldiers. Hence, the strategy was also ineffective because the Viet Cong were strategic as they were able to enter the villages and continued influencing peasants with communism, working with peasants as they promised them to bring back their land after the war. Remember, ukuthi sitheni in our essay, we are following an NPR structure or an NPR approach. Your paragraph about this safe village system must include NPR. The first part of your paragraph must be for N and P. Must have the name of the strategy and the purpose of the strategy. And the lower part of your paragraph must be an R as to a reason why it failed. In your essay, remember in your paragraph, essay, you must have the first part of your paragraph must have N and R. N is for what? Name of the strategy. You must give us what is the name of the strategy that failed. That is the first part of your paragraph. Also, in the first part of your paragraph, you must give us a purpose. What was an aim of this failed strategy? What were they aiming? What was their targets? And then, it's a lower part of your paragraph. Say paragraph, it's your lower part of your paragraph. You must have the reasons for its failure, why it failed. Just like this. Now here, Siteni, we use NPR. The name of the strategy is here in the first part of your paragraph. The purpose is here. Are we clear? Now, give us the reasons why it's failed. Safe villages was ineffective because the peasants believed on ancestral worship. You are now giving us the reasons why the strategy became a failure. Are we clear, Madam? You are giving us a strategy. You are giving us the reason why a strategy became a failure. Then uma suqedile ke ngecontent yakho ubese uqedile usizongena kwi-link lokho esikubiza ngani nge-line of argument. There is a mistake that we used to see enokubhalwa abantwana baka grade 12. Bethi mesebela bese bethi the information in the above paragraph proves that hayi asikwenzi lokho. 12. Remember I said kunamagama oqala ngawo nale lokuqala ngithe for the first that or ngathi you start to say by having that. Now you are mentioning things that happen. You are linking what you have said in your paragraph, but not in the same wording. You are linking what you have said in this paragraph together with what? Together with the stance that you took in your introduction. For the fact that Viet Cong were able to blend in the safe village to continue with the spread of communism. Let me underline it. The strategy was also ineffective because Viet Cong were strategic as they were able to enter villages and continue the spread of communism. Now you highlight it, but not in the same wording. For the fact that Viet Cong were able to blend in the safe villages to continue with the spread of communism shows that the military tactics used by USA were a dismal failure. You don't just say the information in the above paragraph shows that the military tactics used by USA is a failure. That is not a high standard. You don't say the evidence in this paragraph. Start by saying for the fact that you are bringing back the R here. Just one aspect of R. Or mentioning it, but in different wording. For the fact that Viet Cong, or you can start by saying by having Viet Cong. I'm going to say you can start by having. For the fact that by having Viet Cong blending in the safe villages to continue with the spread of communism shows that the military tactics that were used by USA were a dismal failure. each and every paragraph, you are using a peel method. While you are using a peel method, make sure that in your paragraph, all NPR must be included. The first lines of your paragraph or the first part of your paragraph, sithe kungena in name, u-N, none, no P, which is purpose. And then the lower part of your paragraph are the reasons. You must tell us this is what was done by USA. Or the name of the strategy that was used by USA, which became a failure, was this. The aim of this strategy was to do this, and this. That one is what? Is the first or the upper part of your paragraph. Was what? The upper part of your paragraph. Then in the same paragraph, you go with an R. You go with an R. You go with an R. Now let them in your first or in your upper part of your paragraph, you must include the name. One of the failed strategies that were used by USA was called the safe village system. The aim of this strategy was now UP. NPR approach. In your paragraph, you must have an NP over R. Mathematically so. And it says, this is your paragraph. One paragraph. In the upper parts, you mention the name, you mention the strategy. Sorry, you mention the name of the strategy that failed. You mention the purpose. What was the aim? What were they aiming? USA with the strategy. What were they aiming? Are we clear, Bandabam? Then, in that paragraph, you include the reasons as to why it failed. So it's NP over R, mathematically so. But you are writing it in a paragraph formats. Then ezansi ke bese ubhala ini a line of argument. Lokho sikubiza ngani ngelink. As to say, for the fact that usukhuluma ngefailure, for the fact that the peasants ended up working. I want to remember saying masiqalisi for the fact that sikhuluma ngento esikhulume ngayo R. For the fact that peasants worked with the Vietcong to hide their guns shows that is an evidence that the USA strategy or the military USA strategy became a failure. Are we clear, Bandabam? That is how you write a paragraph in a Vietnam essay. Now, remember that, Bandabam, we talked about essay writing today. We talked about essay writing today. At firstly, we talk about what? We talked about an essay structure. That's when you are writing an history essay, you must start with an essay structure. Introduction, name all the paragraphs that you are going to write. In this case, we have 13 paragraphs. And it's enough. We have already done the introduction. We have already done the background. We have already done the first strategy, which was called the safe village strategy. These strategies that were used by USA became a failure. Are we clear, Mandabam? Because we said we are using what? An NPR approach when you are writing what? When you are writing now a paragraph. Remember, forget that we've given you in point format, but when you are writing it down in your essay, you write it in a paragraph format. The first or the upper part, NP, and the lower part is the reasons. Are we clear, Bandabam? So now in our next session, we will be continuing with the rest of the strategies that were used by USA, which were not successful in defeating the Vietnam. Bandabam, that was it for today. Please remember, those who didn't see the video from the beginning, a video will be posted on the KZN Department of Education YouTube channel. And also, please make sure that you are on time next week on Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. where we will be continuing with our Vietnam essay dealing with the rest of the strategies that were used by USA against the Vietnam, taking into consideration that these strategies became a massive failure. Thank you, Bandabam. That's it for today.